What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video. My name is Mo and today I'll be going through my team selection for game week 5. Wow, how quick are the game weeks turning around? So only 2 days, maybe less than 2 days since the last game finished on Sunday, do we have to make our decisions and get our teams finalised. That includes all transfers, beating price rises and hitting that captaincy on the right player. So we'll discuss all how it's going for me, how game week 4 was, what my transfer plans are, am I making any transfers for this game week? We'll get stuck into it, we'll go through all the discussion points for you guys. But before we do that, if you guys haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING, please hit that subscribe button. Be part of the FPL INKLING family and help our channel grow and be tuned in for one of the best contents you'll get for FPL this season on YouTube. In addition, if you haven't liked the video, give us a like if you like the content, and let's get stuck into how I did for game week 4 and my team selection for game week 5. So overall, happy with game week 4, 72 points, 10 points above the average. I'll take that. My rank overall improved with a green arrow. I'd say a huge green arrow personally, so nearly 600,000 rise in rank. So I went from about 2.18 mil to 1.54 mil, so happy days. I'm only about 6 to 7 points off the top mil. So for me personally, one good captaincy choice, one player of mine going really good in this game week can bring me into the top mil, which is going to be the first objective, and then make my way towards the top half a mil and then the top 100k. So how it went, let's review it, what went well, what didn't go so well, and what I'm looking to do for game week 5. Stay tuned, let's get stuck into it. So at the back, the double Man City defense once again did not work for me this game week. Am I concerned personally? No. I think they will come good, guys. I just got to be patient, just like I was with Trent. Edison and Cancelo got me 2 points between them, but that's not a surprise because they conceded 2 goals before half-time at home against Crystal Palace. Now, I know Crystal Palace has been one of those bogey teams for Manchester City, and they're the only team to beat them the last 2 games that they've lost at the Etihad at 3 o'clock. So they definitely had some pedigree to give them a good challenge. But they came back and they won the game, but defensively, not a great performance. Cancelo, is he a concern for me? Not really, because I know he's a great player and he will come good. If I've supported him through his tough period, why am I going to let go when he has a good period, guys? So I think City overall has some good fixtures coming up, and overall, I think he should come good in the near season. And I don't like getting rid of Edison, which is my premium keeper, so he's there to stay. And I think, the clean sheets will come sooner or later. And then what can I say about Trent? Trent. As I mentioned, guys, knee-jerking last week wasn't a good idea. Yes, it was a tough game at Manchester United, but we know how good this guy is. He's got over 160 points at least in the last 3 seasons in the FPL game, and he's hit over 200 points in some seasons as well. He's an absolute machine when it comes to assists, crossing the ball in, and he showed it over the weekend. Yes, it was Bournemouth, but do you know what? We own this player for that very reason. I think he's better than any other 7.5 million midfielder available. So he's kind of like my 4th midfielder rather than a 5th defender here. So a good job done, a clean sheet, 9 goals, and he had a few returns for me as well. So happy days, Trent stays, and I'm extremely happy with the way he did. 7 points for James and 5 points for Cucurella. A difficult game really this weekend. Conor Gallagher, I don't know what he was thinking when he got sent off and he made that tackle. Considering he's on a yellow card, just let him go. I don't think he's going to score from his own half. Yes, he's got some pace, but he had plenty of cover. So he's not going to get a red card because he's the last man. So I can't really understand it in that situation. But I think, it wasn't the right choice from Conor Gallagher, and it put a lot of pressure on Chelsea. And Leicester took full advantage of that near the end of the game when Chelsea began to tire. Cucurella could have had some more returns. Rhys James, I think, hit the post at one point with a bar. He hit one of the side of the goals. So it could have been a lot more either way. So I think I'm happy with the double up on the Chelsea defence, and they're giving me returns so far. Now, Gabriel, what can I say about Gabriel? This guy actually raised, I think he increased my rank by about 300,000 when that goal went in. So I was watching live FPL on my phone when that goal was scored, and he literally took my rank up by 300,000 at that moment. So thanks to him. Yes, he made that error where he lost the clean sheet points, but hey, he scored. So that's what I've got in my team for, is to keep clean sheets. And if you can't get that, get me that goal to get me those points. So he did that for me. Thank you to Gabriel. He definitely saved my game week. And then we're going to talk about Mo Salah. Again, disappointing. 18 possible returns. I don't know how I'm going to tell my kids in the future that Salah in the 9-0 win didn't get me any returns as a captain in FPL. But 6 points nonetheless. I just wish I put that captaincy band on Haaland now. But hindsight's a beautiful thing. But Salah remains, and he's definitely going to be still my favourite captaincy options going into most game weeks because he's just that good. He's just unlucky. He got into good positions, just didn't have the finishing touch. I don't know how he didn't score that 2 yards kick. And he also had some good chances when he got in behind the defence of Bournemouth. But unlucky, let's not dwell upon it too much. Firmino took all the highlights or the plaudits, but Salah will be back, guys. And then Kulusevski finally gives me a return after owning him for 3 weeks. I think overall I've lost out on about 20 points for Diaz, but hey, that's what the game is all about. Not to worry, I've got Kulusevski in there, so he gave me a return finally in this game week. Against Nottingham Forest. Could have been more if Son had, his shooting shoes on and he could have got off the mark today. But happy to get some return because my midfield kind of let me down this game week. And then we got Martinelli, got me 2 points, and Jesus 1 point. The 2 players from Arsenal up front for once did not give me a return. Saka got a return though for all those Saka earners. So 3 points returns, I should say, from the Arsenal forwards for me. But they got Aston Villa midweek. I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully they can take advantage of their poor form and give me a good return. They're top of the league, and I think they're there for a very, very good reason. And then Erling Haaland, what can I say? Absolute machine. 6 returns already in 4 matches. I know there's a risk of rotation, but I'm not getting rid of him. I'd rather have him in my squad rather than being behind my sofa all the time, seeing if he scored or not. I think he'll do enough damage in 20 minutes if he comes on because he'll be fresh and defenders will be tiring. This guy's just an absolute machine. Loves getting in behind, and he got an absolutely amazing hat-trick. How many goals can he score this season, guys? Can he hit 30? We'll just have to wait and see. He's on a great, great journey to get there. But this is overall how my game week team scored for game week 4. And let's take a look on how I look for game week 5. So here we are. So what do we have in terms of game week 5? I've made 1 transfer, guys. So I brought in Luis Diaz for Kulusevski. So Diaz comes in, Kulusevski goes out. Now, yes, he's come into my squad and I took him out of the game week 1, but I told you guys what my plans were and it just didn't work out for Kulusevski. So Diaz is in. These are the fixtures that, are coming up for him. Newcastle at home, Everton away, Wolves at home. So I think there's some really good games for him to target. Chelsea will be a tough game, but I think, if he can turn up with his shooting shoes on, he definitely can test their defence for sure. Brighton's going to be a tough game, and so is Arsenal. But I do want to take advantage of him because he looks in scintillating form. And, he's getting returns and he's scoring goals and hitting some form at the right time as well. So far, 3 returns in 4 games. He blanked in the Manchester United game, but that was a real bad performance from Liverpool overall. So I had 2 free transfers. I've played 1, and I'm going to probably carry the next one over into game week 6. I might be using both those transfers. We'll see first how my team does in game week 5. So let's have a look at the back. So Edison and Cancelo are going to be at home to Nottingham Forest. I assume both should be playing because Cancelo came off around the hour mark against Crystal Palace. Maybe a tactical reason, maybe a bit of rest. For Cancelo as well, so that kind of puts him in a better position to start. Considering the injuries that City have at the back with Nathan Ake, I think Cancelo should be starting in that midweek game. Trent stays. Newcastle at home will be a good game. Maximus got an absolute worldie this weekend, so if you guys haven't seen it, please go ahead and watch it. And I think it's going to be a great game for the neutral like myself to watch. Trent's hitting a bit of form. Hopefully he can get me some returns for this game week. And then Gabriel's playing Aston Villa at home. Aston Villa have been absolutely awful so far this season. So any Coutinho or Bailey owners, I feel sorry for you guys. Please get rid if you haven't done already. But Gabriel got me the 9 points, got me the goal, and has rewarded me for the faith I showed from him since game week 1. I don't intend to get rid of him anytime soon, and I think he's definitely given me the rewards for keeping faith in him. And then I'm going double up, or continuing to be doubling up on Chelsea defence. Cucurella, will he play again? Will he be rotated? Not too sure, but Southampton away, and I definitely want to have a double Chelsea defence on that. If not, then there's always Andres Pereira on the bench to come in. Reece James and Cucurella got me a return during the weekend game against Leicester. Despite being down to 10 men, Reece James could have had more, and so could have Cucurella. They definitely bring a lot of value to FPL teams because of their prices. I think both players are underpriced. I think Cucurella easily could have been 5.5 and James easily could have been 6.5, if not 7 mil. So double up and Chelsea defence will remain in my squad. Yes, guys, you're reading correctly. The captaincy band is on Salah. I will be captaining him. Haaland does have Nottingham Forest at home. It's just the risk of him being benched or rotated. So I'd rather have a player who gets 90 minutes and more chance of getting me higher points. And also they get the clean sheet bonus for 1 point, and they get 1 extra point if they were to score a goal. So captaincy will stay on Salah. As I said, Luis Diaz comes to my squad. So back to triple up of City, triple up of Liverpool, triple up of Arsenal. So 9 of my players come from 3 teams. So, wow, that's going to be quite interesting to watch those. And the other 2 come from Chelsea. So pretty much all of the fixtures for me, guys, in Premier League are obviously Manchester United. I support them, but otherwise, no need to watch them. They become even, less fixtures if they play each other. So yeah, so Luis Diaz and Salah will play Newcastle, and then Martinelli and Jesus, Aston Villa at home, should be a good game. And I think they can definitely test the Aston Villa defence and get some returns after blanking in game week 4. And then Haaland, as I mentioned, what can we really say? A hat-trick hero, an absolute beast. Even if he gets like half an hour to 25 minutes against Nottingham Forest, I would definitely be looking to see what he can bring to my team. I think generally he's been in fantastic form. Gundogan is another option that I've potentially looked at. So if I was to get rid of Cancelo, I could potentially downgrade the price-wise to someone like, let's say, Perisic to 5.5. Then I get an extra 1.5 mil. Potentially could get $500,000 from elsewhere if I need to from my squad, and bring in Gundogan for Andres or Reed, more likely Harrison Reed, into my squad. So that could be an option that I could look at, but for now I think I'm going to keep faith with Cancelo, because I do have high hopes that they can finally keep a clean sheet after a couple of game weeks at home in terms of Manchester City. Edison was awful, to be fair. That rollout ball should have been a goal for Crystal Palace. He'd let go of the ball. I don't know what anyone would say. I mean, I've got him in my goal, so I'm kind of glad they didn't let that, because that would have been 2 more points off my overall score, and that probably would have brought me down to about 1.7 mil in rank. But I think that generally Crystal Palace were unlucky. That definitely was let go by him from his fingertips, and it should have been a goal. And Haaland could easily have been sent off for that kick to the face of the Palace player, but again, I don't think he was malicious. I think he was generally trying to get the ball, and if you compare his size to most players in the Premier League, he does look actually absolutely massive compared to most of them. So could have been a lot different, guys. We could have all been talking here about Haaland red card. Let's get Harry Kane. What's the fix for this midweek? But we're here. Haaland's there. I think he should play some part in the game. Will he start and be rested for the Villa game? We'll just have to wait and see. Are you going to be playing your captaincy on anyone else? Let me know. This is the team, guys. This is how I'm lining up. So no hits, 1 free transfer. Kulusevski out, Luis Diaz in. This is what the team looks like, and this is how I'm lining up for game week 5. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. What's your transfer plans? Let me know what your thoughts are. Put your teams in if you want me to give you an overall kind of like observation or my kind of thought process on how your team's looking, or if you want any kind of like information around what players to target, more than happy to help you guys out. If you guys haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING, please do. It's absolutely free. Be part of this channel, and we'll be giving you the best content day in, day out for this FPL season to make sure you guys can get the best rank or your best rank in the game in itself. If you guys like the video and you like the content, hit that like button too, and hit that notification icons to get some regular notifications of when I release my content. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for some more content, and I'll be back with some more content very, very soon. Till then, take care.